Hey Sassy Buckers, today I will be ranking 20 imposter roles across different Among Us mods from best to absolute worst. I will also predict which of those roles might be coming to vanilla version of the game. I have set up 5 tiers using a tier maker, airlock, don't mind, can work with that, happy to get, and sus. There are 4 major categories that I use to rank the roles: fan factor, difficulty, usefulness, and overall fit for the game. Right, now let's get started. First up, Shapeshifter, the only vanilla imposter role currently present in the game. You can shift at anyone, but the only downside is that there is an animation at the start and end of transformation, so you can't get caught. I honestly think Innerslot nailed it straight to the top. Next up, Morphling. This is a modded counterpart of a Shapeshifter. The problem with the Morphling is that he first has to take a sample of someone and only morph into that without any animation. I think it's limited in usage and not as cool visually, so I don't mind it. Bounty Hunter, kill an assigned target and your cooldown resets to only 5 seconds. The target changes after some time, and killing someone else increases cooldown significantly. I'm happy to get it purely because it's high risk, high reward. You might be forced to make a bad kill. It is super fun if you're lucky with targets and go on a killing spree. It is also going to be my first pick for the next vanilla roles in some shape or form. A minor, nice utility role can place vents anywhere on the map. Not too appealing as there's already enough vents and can be caught placing them. Engineers can also use the same vents and catch the imposter. I can work with that. I also won't be surprised if it gets added to vanilla. Next up, Camouflager. Camouflager turns everyone grey, which lets an imposter get away with murder and can make any intel very confusing. I think it's stronger than Shapeshifter just because you can get away with a murder when properly used. I think I would put it in the middle, considering that the setting is balanced, something like last 5 seconds and not overly OP. Now onto the Swooper. Swooper can turn invisible for a period of time. Usually it's something between 5 and 10 seconds. A very strong role. If Innerslot were to add it, I would think that it balances the same way that balance Shapeshifter, where maybe there's an animation at the start when you go invisible and back to visible. You can literally kill people and no one will see you. So I put it in the middle just because it needs a little balancing, but a very strong and very fun role. Now, Concealer. I don't know how people come up with it. It's just a disaster overall. Allows an imposter to turn crew invisible for a period of time, for like 10 seconds. And I think the idea is to make them look sus, but in reality it's useless. You're basically just helping crew survive, just run around, you know, straight to the bin. Next up, Janitor or Cleaner. It allows imposter to clean up the body, but the cooldown is shared, so you never end up using it, or you have to follow your imposter body and clean up after that. Now, Janitor was originally part of the Mafia mode, in which the Janitor could not kill, only clean up the bodies, so it made sense there. But in a standalone version, you know, because of the shared cooldown, it's not as good. Also, I'm against the removing bodies from the game completely, because that reporting the body is a crucial part of the game. What I would do instead, I would say if this role was modified, where maybe after killing, the body would disappear for 5-10 seconds, and that will allow you for some cool combos and framing someone else, because you know you can kill, get away, someone else passes that, and he's like, oh, where's his body come from? So I don't mind it for now, but it's not the best role. Next up, the Underdog. Underdog is an imposter with a prolonged kill cooldown. However, if they're the only imposter remaining, their kill cooldown is greatly reduced. Now, the problem with that is that you spend majority of the game not doing anything because of the huge cooldown, and then if your imposter body gets swallowed out, then you can go on a killing spree. So it's very inconsistent, and you can end up getting walled out or killed first. Personally, I think this would be better as a modifier, that regardless of the role, If the one imposter gets voted out way too early into the game, the other imposter gets a slightly reduced kill cooldown, so it kind of balances it out that way. Am I excited about this role? Not really, I don't mind it. Role number 10, the Undertaker. Undertaker can drag a body and drop it somewhere else. However, don't expect dragging a body from specimen all the way to top reactor. If someone sees you, you're as good as gone. I think with a little buff, the Undertaker would be a great addition to vanilla. For now, I'm gonna drop it in the middle, just because I like it as a nice utility role. Next up, Teleporter has the ability to teleport everyone to random events across the map. It's quite a broken. I haven't played it that much just because the percentage usually is low on this role, and for a reason. You can kill and then use a teleport and everyone's just gonna be all over the map. It's way too chaotic. Erases all that information. Everyone's placement kind of don't matter anymore. So I don't think we need this in the game. Maybe in a nerfed version, you know, it can come back, but currently I think we just don't need it. Next up, Warlock can curse a crewmate. If the cursed person is next to another player, the Warlock can then kill that other player and unable to move for a configurable amount of time, usually 5 seconds. Now, you can kill your Warlock can kill themselves or imposter body through the curse kill, so you do need to watch out. But it's pretty much impossible to figure out who the Warlock is, especially in the longer rounds. In my opinion, it does need to nerf. The curse should not last the whole round, and the normal kill button should not be available if the Warlock curses someone. All in all, it is a fun role to play. I actually have a Warlock win video on my channel. I would put it in the middle. Vampire, one of those simple but yet stupidly overpowered roles. Everyone loves it. Vampire can bite a player, and after a short period of time, usually 5 seconds, that player dies. Now, there's nearly no consequences to figure out who the vampire is. You need to know who was last seen with a dead player. Well, of course, you can't ask the dead player that, can you? I'll put it in the middle. I think it's a little bit too strong at the moment, and with some sort of balancing, it would be at the top and perhaps added to the vanilla. Next up, Witch. Witch can place a spell on a crewmate during the game, and in the next meeting, that player will be shown as a spellbound and will die at the end of the meeting, unless Witch dies before that or gets voted out during the meeting. I think this is a bit too strong, just purely because you don't need any brain power to execute. So I don't think Witch belongs in the game. There's just no downside to being a Witch. Next role, Eraser, who can erase roles of other players. Let's be honest, Eraser is a buzzkill and belongs straight into trash. Alright, we're down to 5 roles, and I'm super excited to talk about 2 of them. The next one is Trickster. Trickster is an imposter who can place a jack-in-the-box, and once he places 3 boxes, they become visible to everyone. However, only Trickster can use them as his own personal vent networks. Now, he also gets access to the lights out ability, which turns off the lights for a short period of time. However, I think the strength of this role is in those 3 boxes he can place and only he can use, which makes it, in my opinion, better role than the miner. I would rate it happy to get it because I think it's a very fleshed out role. Grenadier. Grenadier can throw down a grenade that flashes all crewmates. It works similar to light sabotage, but instead of reducing vision, it just turns the whole screen white, and that's why you cannot activate sabotage and grenade at the same time. Personally, I think it's just messing with the screen, going, turning the whole screen white. Is just a bit too much, and we do have a light sabotage, so I don't think this role is needed in the game. I'm just gonna drop it down into the bin. Next role is probably the most useful imposter role in the game. Evil Guesser, aka the Assassin. It has 2 variations as a standalone role or as a modifier. Assassin can try guessing crewmate roles during the meeting. Guessing correctly kills the crewmate, but guessing wrong kills the imposter. which makes it slightly risky, but allows for some fun, bluff gameplay. The purpose of Assassin is to prevent people revealing their roles and clearing themselves. When it was first added to the mod Among Us, the game became just that much fun again. I really hope this is one of the next roles that gets added to the vanilla. However, I will not put it at the very top purely because it's yet another way of killing without any consequences. I would say happy to get it. Right, we have 2 more roles left to rank, and the next one is not a single role but actually a bundle of roles. It's called the Mafia. Now, Mafia consists of 3 imposters, a Godfather, a Mafiosa, and a Janitor. Godfather is the only one who can kill, while Janitor can clean up the bodies. If Godfather were killed or voted out, then the Mafiosa gets promoted to the Godfather. Now, the best thing about this mod is that you don't have to vote on 9, so even if you're short on people, you can still continue playing. What I think would make this mod slightly better if the Godfather had an actual role and not just a kill button, let's say a Shapeshifter, and a Janitor would be like a proper utility role, let's say Camouflager or Undertaker or a Miner, for example. I do like this role, even though I don't see it much lately. I think I would put it in happy to get it. Last but not least, the Traitor. If all imposters die or get voted out before a certain point in a game, a random crewmate is selected and is converted to the imposter. It's quite an interesting idea. I haven't experienced it myself, but I imagine it can be fun if imposters get caught too early. I imagine it can be devastating for a crew if the hard-cleared person is then converted to the imposter, but you just need to be aware of that. Overall, I rank Traitor in the middle just due to the fun factor. There you go, folks, 20 imposter roles ranked by me. Do let me know if you agree with my ranking, or if you don't agree. You can also watch me play Among Us every Friday and Saturday over on Twitch. If you did enjoy the video, do me a favor and poke that like button. Thank you for watching, have a great day, I'll see you in the next one.